Hello and welcome to Garage Rock the podcast. My name is Cam and joining me as per usual is Uncle Sven.
How's it going, Cam? How are we?
Yeah, not too bad. How about yourself?
Good, just doing a little dance.
Yeah, just make a little love. Get down tonight. Oh,
no,
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't suggesting that. I was just getting in the mood for the podcast and by just grooving around a bit. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because I cannot dance.
Oh,
and
why
should
not?
dance.
It's good fun. And now that we stand up doing this, we used to sit down.
True.
Now we stand up all the time. It's better, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You feel more alive, man.
Exactly. And our dance moves while we were sitting was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. It makes flossing so much easier.
Exactly. When you're actually standing.
Yeah, my teeth are so much cleaner.
Fuck. Didn't take long, did it?
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes. We were just talking with your wife about dad jokes.
Yeah.
She was, because my brother is a dad, and I'll get on to.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for that. I've picked up his kids recently, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But he loves dad jokes, and he comes up with some of the worst. What do you call a cow with no legs?
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef.
Oh,
What do you call a cow with two legs?
what's that?
Lean beef. He would be on the floor, and he would have told this joke 50 times. He'd just been in hysterics.
I apologise to people who's listening.
Exactly.
But
yep.
fuck it, it's good fun.
It
Why
is.
not?
Have you got any? You are a dad, and you tell.
I heard a
dad
good
jokes.
one the other day.
Here we go. Come on.
Did you hear about the limo driver that had his limo driving business
Yep.
for 30 years,
It's quite a
Steve?
long stint, Cam.
30 years and didn't have one single customer. Not one single customer
It's
for
terrible.
30 years.
Yep.
Yeah, he was doing that job for 30 years, had nothing to show for it. Oh, yeah, it's so bad. It's so good,
it's
isn't
so
it?
bad, far out. But I've been because I'm looking after helping to look after my brother's kids while they're on school holidays. He's got work, so I went to pick him up from school the other day.
Yeah.
Don't think I'll be doing that again anytime soon.
No, you have a lot of trouble picking them up, don't you? What's happened this time?
Well, okay, so my niece is 8 and my nephew's 6. My niece, her teacher is, she's adorable. She is very, very cute.
9 out of 10
Nine-
would do.
Well, is that kind of like Colgate? 9 out of dentists would do. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely brush her eggshell to see if it breaks. Anyway, go.
What does it even mean? I don't want to.
Remember the Colgate
I
ad?
remember the Colgate ads, but I don't know how that has to. Anyway, moving on. So,
Yeah, you're going to pick up the kids.
I've gone to pick up the kids, and she's come out, the teacher. I was like, oh, she's adorable. And Maddie, my niece, comes up to me and she said, oh, hey, Uncle Steve. And I said to her, and I don't know why I said this, especially to her, I said, is the air conditioning working in your classroom? And she said, I don't know why. And I said, because your teacher looks hot. Now, I just did that as a joking throwaway sort of line. All of a sudden, up from my left comes my nephew, and he's just like introducing me to his friends who I could not give two shits about. And guess what? They all like dinosaurs. He likes a Stegosaurus. I like a Triceratops. I don't care. And then I turn around and Maddie's gone. Right? She's gone and she's talking with her teacher and pointing at me and saying that I asked the teacher if she was curious, was the air conditioning working? And the teacher just sort of like looked at me like, really? Really? You're getting your niece to throw pickup lines at me? Is
Why
that
am
it?
I picturing that teacher as Veronica Vaughn?
Because she's
So hot. I want to touch the hiney. Oh.
she's better than Veronica Vaughn. I've said it.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow,
But,
that's a big call.
Yeah, but that's, God, it's terrible. But anyway,
Veronica, I thank you.
for beating the shit out of me.
Anyway, we're rambling. Let's
We
get
are.
into the show. What are
Exactly.
we talking about?
Desperatine's gig.
Oh, we went to the Desperatine gig last Friday
Oh, yeah.
in St Kilda.
Yep.
At the Memo Music Hall.
That's
It was
right.
freaking awesome, wasn't it,
Oh,
Steve?
man.
What a great setup just for the venue, in general.
Apparently it hardly gets used, but the acoustics in that place, just the sound, even like you were saying with the drums sound, were there.
Everything was spot
amazing.
on. Everything was great. Like, I wish I've seen more gigs there. I didn't even know they did gigs there.
Apparently they didn't do many gigs there.
They
but
should do more because it's absolutely perfect. But the show that the Desperatines put on,
Oh, yeah.
they know how to rock out and they know how to write a song.
Yep.
And each and every one in that band,
7 of them.
7 of them have their place. Everything just comes together and it sounds freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we've played the Desperatines on the show before. if you haven't heard of them, definitely check them out. Stacey Gray from Trial Kennedy, lead singer, and he wrote most of the songs.
Also, Sean, the drummer, is from Trial Kennedy.
Of course, yep. And
absolute legend.
Yeah, fantastic. So definitely check Desperate Teens out. And fantastic.
Not to mention
live.
Tim Smythe from Tim Smythe Holy Trash.
Yep.
He was rocking out.
Oh yeah, he was absolutely shredding on the guitar, and just absolutely. And the performance from the whole band was just amazing. So yeah, couldn't speak highly enough. Definitely check them out.
I'll be going to see him again for sure because I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, and also your mate 13.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I really wanted to go see him.
Yeah,
but I can't make it then. So unfortunately,
yeah.
But they'll play again.
They'll play
Be
again.
able to see him.
Absolutely.
I'm
Across this
dying
side
to
of the
see
country.
them rock out live. Steve, we mentioned on the last show that you were
Yes.
preparing to play your first gig in a few years.
Yes.
How did it go?
It was really fun. Actually, it was a bit daunting.
Yeah. Okay.
It was 3 45-minute sets.
Yeah.
But it was awesome to just get up there and rock out live again. It was fantastic, and it was just at a pub in the city. But the crowd went nuts, and it's fantastic to just play. Yeah.
How
play
was the
gigs.
crowd? Were they surprisingly gentle?
They were surprisingly gentle and surprisingly fertile. I don't know why I said fertile. I couldn't think of
We're all
anything
on
else.
the eggs and fertility today.
Tonight, yeah. No, they were good. Like the first set, it was a little quiet, but as it was a cold night. But as the night grew on, more people came, and then the final set.
First set doesn't matter where you are.
It's always
For a cover band, it's always going to be the quiet one, isn't it?
yeah. But the last set, everyone was singing back. It was fantastic, and there was just lots of girls dancing, lots of guys singing, beating the shit out of each other. It was fantastic. It's
What song
Saturday
did you end
night
with?
in
What does everyone
Richmond.
end with these
Actually,
days?
The song we ended with was All These Things That I've Done by The Killers. I
Oh.
got sober, but I'm not a soldier.
That's a good sing-along.
Yeah, that was probably the deadest song for
Oh,
some
really?
reason. Yeah, I don't know. All the songs up to that point, everyone was singing, and it was like, oh, we got one more song, and we sung that, and it didn't work.
That's weird because everyone knows that song. Everyone knows the words. Even if you don't know the words, you know the words.
It's pretty easy to sing along to. We were going to play Mr. Brightside, but then let's do this one instead. And we're like, okay, cool. So we did that, and no
we
one
played
gave a
that
shit.
together in a band once. I loved playing that song.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
Went off like a frog in a sock. But I do have to tell you, because while we're just heaping on Steve patheticness tonight, as we do with most weeks,
Yeah, well,
I do have
what
a
else are we going to talk about?
I do. Well, we've got music to talk about, which we will get onto in a moment for all of you enduring this crap. I do have another story about my patheticness. So
please do tell.
There's 4 of us in the band, and we've been playing all night and really getting into it. And I'm jumping around, and as I do,
You do?
And I do. Thank you. And at the end of the night, there's these girls at the end of the night. They've sort of come up to the side of stage as we're packing up, and they're like, "Oh, is the band still here? Is the band still here?" And I'm like, "Hello." Yeah. I'm like, "Hi, how's it going?" And the girls walked up to me and they've said, "Oh, just want to know, is the drummer, guitarist, or lead singer single?" I'm like, "No, but thank you for asking."
Oh, Steve.
Well, just take my heart, just throw it on the
For
ground.
those that
and
don't
just
know,
jump
Steve
around
is
on
the
it.
bass player and didn't get a look in with the single ladies.
I think they even asked us security single. It was
Really? Sound guy?
the same guy. So that was that. So fun times.
Steve, I genuinely feel bad for you.
Oh,
for once.
for once. It's all good. So, but yeah, might be playing again in a few weeks' time. So fingers crossed. Who knows? Have a gay old time.
Yes, I'm sure you will, and hopefully the single ladies will be...
All the single
Oh, the
ladies.
single ladies.
They'll put their hands up.
Yes.
Enough about that shit. Let's talk about music.
Yeah, Steve, I want you to tell me a little bit about Spiderbait.
Spiderbait.
Yes.
Oh.
What are we talking?
When you think of garage rock, and I mean that's what this is. They are one of the first bands that come to mind, I reckon.
Oh, totally. It's
It's
definitely a
Australian.
garage band.
They've announced a one-off show at the Forum Theatre in Melbourne on November 9. Just a one-off. But that's not all. Another exciting news for longtime fans, the show will be paired with a brand new limited edition 7-inch vinyl box set of singles called Spiderbait Singles.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And it will be available at exclusively at the show. Tickets to the Forum Melbourne show will go on sale at 9 a.m. on Thursday, July 11 from ticketmaster.com.au. Now, Spiderbait, man.
A bloody fantastic live band and a bloody fantastic venue to go see them at. So
too.
I couldn't think of anything better.
Exactly. I kind of feel sorry for the other states, if I'm being genuine. If I'm being genuinely
I know.
honest. Just one show only.
They'll tour.
Well,
Surely.
yeah, possibly. I don't want to make promises I can't.
We can't confirm that, but
No.
But surely
Maybe-
you can't be serious.
Maybe we might have an interview with Spiderbait coming up. We could ask them about playing other shows. I don't want to confirm.
I'm sure they can cram a few more in. But anyway, Steve, the Temper Trap, Steve.
Yes, Cam.
My boys. Sweet disposition.
Wow.
One of my wedding songs.
Was it?
Oh, me and my wife's wedding songs.
Yeah.
Not just mine.
No.
It was both of ours.
Oh, that's
It's a very
good.
meaningful song for us. So we
Yeah.
had that playing at our wedding. I think it was after we got married. That's what we walked back down the aisle to.
Oh, fantastic.
If that makes sense.
So you say it's a meaningful song. Why is it a meaningful song to you, Cam?
Oh, well-
Sweet Disposition.
A long story short, because I don't want to bore everyone.
No, I've done plenty of that so far.
I
Your
actually, me and my wife broke up for a little bit after being together for 5 years. This is years ago.
Before you were
before
married.
we were married, before
Yep.
kids, anything.
Yep.
So we were together for 5 years. We decided to break up for a couple of months
Yep.
and never to get back together again. Nothing happened, nothing bad, you know.
Just wasn't working.
Just wasn't working. I think I needed to grow up a bit.
Really?
And I did that. And
You have grown up a bit, have you?
yeah, I got like a foot taller since then. But
Jesus Christ.
no, what happened was I didn't think we'd ever get back together, but
Yep.
we were still seeing each other, still friends and everything like that. And I was driving to work one morning, and at that time I was listening to Temper Trap's album Conditions,
Yep.
flat out.
Great
And
album.
Great album. Sweet Disposition came on,
Yep.
and I don't know, I just had this overwhelming feeling come over me that she's the right one for me. We need to make this work, and
Yep.
we've been together ever since, you know, and that's over 10 years ago.
That's a fantastic story.
So when we got married, we had all the songs, you know,
Yeah.
and that was the one that we put in to walk back down the aisle to. So it's
Oh, that's fantastic.
not too bad. But travel back to 2009 when the Melbourne band The Temper Trap unleashed Sweet Disposition on the world,
Yeah.
which changed our lives forever, Steve.
Well, especially yours.
Well,
Yeah. Didn't lead me to marry your wife.
certainly. Yeah. The band are now celebrating the 10th anniversary, Steve. Jeez, we're getting old, aren't
Far out.
we? It's for their debut album, Conditions,
Yes.
which, like we said, Steve, is a freaking awesome album.
Yeah.
They're releasing a commemorative limited edition white vinyl version of the record,
Ooh.
and the band have also announced an anniversary tour, Steve,
Ooh, nice.
which will see them play Conditions in full.
Brilliant.
All the cool kids are doing it. All the cool bands are doing that
Exactly.
these days. You know, Steve, it's just
Oh.
awesome. And speaking of the Forum,
Yep.
just like Spiderbait are playing the Forum,
Yep.
what better place for the Temper Trap to play?
Well, the
But
forum?
the Forum.
Yeah.
The Forum in Melbourne
Same
on
night?
December the 4th.
Oh, different night.
And they're also playing the Tivoli in Brisbane, which actually I went to go to the Tivoli years ago.
Yep.
And at the time, City and Colour were playing that. I went to buy tickets,
Yeah.
but soon realised that they were trying to scam me. So I missed out on tickets to go because I didn't.
So Sydney and Colour were trying to scam you.
Resale tickets because it had sold out like.
We've been there. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Let's not bring it up again.
It was eBay ones, so it was
yeah,
bloody
yeah.
scam. It wasn't like Viagogo or anything like that. Wouldn't do that shit.
They're also playing the Enmore.
Yeah, they're also playing the Enmore in Sydney on December 7th.
Cool.
Tickets are on sale now from frontiertouring.com.
Fantastic.
Temper Trap, man. Check it out.
Right. Okay, Cam, time to turn the page now and go to page 2. At the top it says Slum Sociable Tour. When you hear this sound, it's time to turn the page. Melbourne duo Slum Sociable have announced an 11-date tour throughout September in support of their upcoming EP called Life is Free. That's not true. Which will be released on Friday, August 2nd through Liberation Records.
So if you literally stood in the middle of the street for
Yep.
the rest of your life
Yep.
and just stood there and said life is free,
Yep.
you wouldn't last fucking long, would you?
That's maybe you should bring it up with the band.
Yeah, nah, it's
No.
all good. Just
It's all
another
good.
dad joke that went horribly wrong.
Is that a dad joke?
No,
It's
just
more of a dad observation, I'd say. Their new single, Life is Free, is the title track from the upcoming EP, and I really love the chilled out sound of the song, actually. It's got a really good vibe to it.
Yeah.
So I'd definitely check it out, and it'd be really good to see it live. They're playing some intimate shows across the country, so definitely worth checking them out. Tickets are now available. For all of the dates and to buy tickets, head to slum-sociable.com. That dash that's a hyphen. That's not like a / or a backslash. It's
like a
hyphen.
hyphenated slum sociable kind of.
Kind of.
It's
time for
Top 5!
Yes, that's right. It's time for top 5. This week we're doing our top 5 cover versions of songs, Steve.
Oh, now Cam, I mean, this one, we had too many people write in that we can't even mention them all.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everyone again that did write in and
Yep.
tell us what their favourite cover versions were.
Oh, we genuinely love it. And and sorry to those who we couldn't get in because we do appreciate you writing in. So thank you very much.
But first up, we've got Brenton has said, "Where Did You Sleep Last Night?" originally by Lead Belly,
Yep.
by Nirvana,
Yep.
and The Modern Leper, originally by Frightened Rabbit,
Yep.
by Julian Baker.
Oh, good old Julian Baker.
Yeah, on you, Jules. Julian is my middle name.
Is it?
Yeah, it's my grandpa's name.
Oh, hello,
But he was
Julian.
better known as Joe. Hey,
Joe.
Joe, what you gonna do with that? Absolute legend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, father figure to me.
Oh.
Anyway, that's another time.
Another story?
Another life story of Cameron Banfinator. Kelly said Wicked Game by Chris Isaac,
Yep.
originally.
Yep.
Done by Stone Sour. I actually haven't heard that one.
It's really good, actually. I had to listen to it when Kelly mentioned it.
I love the original version. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
JP said Hurt, originally by Nine Inch Nails.
Yep.
By Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
And also Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
Yep.
Done by Smashing Pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
And Easy by Lionel Richie. Faith No More. What a freaking awesome cover that is.
Because I'm easy.
Such a good cover. I love listening to it Sunday morning for some reason. I don't know why. Ben also said Easy by Faith No More.
Yep.
And he also said The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep.
But the Disturbed version.
That doing the rounds a couple of years ago. That was massive.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin.
Yep.
He's chafing. I don't know why. By Ugly Kid Joe.
Yep.
Oh, and I absolutely love this one as
Yep.
well. Never Ending Story by Newfound Glory.
Oh, Never Ending Story.
So, from the movie,
Of course.
the 80s movie, I freaking love Newfound Glory's version of that. I remember hearing that as a kid. Oh, not as a kid. Would have been a teenager.
Yep.
And it's one of the first songs I ever downloaded legally
Legally.
from Napster.
I'm surprised it wasn't covered by Atreyu.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't want to betray you.
Crying out loud.
It really is dad jokes tonight, isn't it?
Oh, man, this is terrible. Continue, please.
Don't
keep
forget the
going.
lovely Danielle.
Yes.
Glory of Love
Glory of Love.
by Pete Cetera.
Yes.
Also by Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory getting in there again.
Andrew said Instant Karma, originally by John Lennon, by
What?
Midnight Oil.
One of your favourites,
Oh,
John Lennon.
Johnny! Went to his house.
Was he there?
No,
He's dead.
knocking on heaven's door. I don't know. Lauren said Everything Now by Arcade Fire, done by The Preachers.
Oh, yep.
And Let It Happen by Tame Impala by Meg Mac.
Oh, nice.
Travis said Crawling by Linkin Park, done by Dream State.
Dream State. Caught up with them earlier in the year.
We saw them at Unified, didn't we?
We interviewed them.
Absolute legends. Vanessa said Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush, done by Placebo.
Yes, very good cover.
Absolutely beautiful. Brian Molko's voice. I fucking love that guy.
Oh, who doesn't?
Oh, wow. Carly also said Running Up That Hill by Placebo.
Yep.
So another popular one, Steve.
Exactly.
As well as Maps from by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs by Camp Cope.
Camp Cope.
Brad said Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. Sayerson does a version of that, which I didn't know. I've got to check that out.
Yep.
And
Lover,
You Don't Treat Me No
lover,
Good No
lover.
More by Chet Faker.
Fantastic. I've got a few more here. Lucas has said Call Me by In This Moment, originally done by Blondie. What the hell was that?
Oh, no.
Michelle said Just Like Heaven, originally by The Cure, but done by Dinosaur Jr.
Better than Senior.
Fuck's sake. Terry has said Bubba O'Reilly by Pearl Jam, originally by The Who.
Who? Are you going to keep going with this, Cameron? That's the face I'm getting.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I am, though.
Yeah. Adam and Lisa both said Hard to Handle by The Black Crows, originally Otis Redding.
By Adam and Lisa.
Christ. Come on.
Oh.
What is in that beer you're drinking? Seriously.
I've had 2 sips.
Exactly.
It's dry July. Don't tell everyone.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry.
It is the first drink I've had in July, though.
Tom said Zombie by the Cranberries, but done by Bad Wolves, which was huge a couple of years ago. Well, last year, actually.
Yeah.
And apparently the day that Dolores O'Riordan died, the lead singer of the Cranberries, she was supposed to be recording vocals.
She was supposed to be the vocalist for that cover, yeah.
But is
Is it a
obviously
cover
didn't
if
happen.
the original singer does it, though?
Well, she
it's a
wasn't.
rendition.
Yeah, well, she
Yeah.
wasn't the singer for it. She was going to be guest vocalist on
That
it.
would have been cool, wouldn't it? And
Oh,
then
yeah.
she died.
Yeah.
Spewing about that.
Exactly. Spewing about it. What a...
Can't get any more Australian than that. Oh, you hear Dolores? You know, from the Cranberries? Yeah, she died. I'm spewing about that. There's a kangaroo in the water.
So sympathetic. Sarah, now you'd love this. Sarah said the DMA's version of Believe by Cher.
Yes.
Absolutely love that. Crying out. I feel sorry for our listeners most weeks, but there he is this week. It just anyway.
Yeah, sorry. We can.
No, by both of us, a sweet disposition, I think, ruined them for quite a while. Robin said All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix, originally written by Bob
the
Dylan.
luscious Bobby Dylan.
And I heard it through the grapevine. Not much. Keep going. Marvin Gaye originally
Creedence.
wrote it, but Creedence Clearwater
Yes.
Revival did the cover. Catherine said Piece of My Heart by Janis Joplin, covered by Melissa Etheridge and Joss Stone. Justin said Tori Amos's version of Rain in Blood by Slayer.
Slayer.
Very interesting. And Real Big Fish's version of Take On Me by Aha.
Oh, yeah.
Now, David also said Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers, but a cover by All Saints.
I remember that.
I didn't know that, and I checked it out, and I no longer like David. Sorry,
Who's
David.
Dave?
David, no, but that is, wow, it's not a really good cover. I hadn't heard it.
That was huge. I remember that came. It must have been the 90s, I reckon, that came out.
Yeah. God,
That's when All Saints were around, wasn't
exactly,
it?
Exactly, and Under the Bridge was written, so...
Well, it doesn't mean it has to come out in the 90s if it's a cover.
That's true. And finally, Ash has said Electric Feel by MGMT, done by Tash Sultana.
I didn't realise the Ninja Turtles did that song.
And Milkshake, originally by Khalees, done by New Holland Drive, which is your old
Oh,
band.
yeah. How
Yep.
good's that?
Milkshake brings other boys to the yard, and their
Oh,
life
it's
is better than yours. But
yeah, that was my old band. If you didn't quite
if you
catch
haven't
that.
tuned
Yeah,
in
New Holland
previous
Drive.
weeks.
I
but-
was the trumpet player, also
Exactly.
known as drummer.
Yes, but Cam, it's time now for your top 5. So let's hear what you got to do.
Dare we
Later.
live out the American dream?
Well, it is Independence Day, Cam. So
It is. And I'm feeling like an independent woman.
let me know. Now, this is a tough one because there's a lot of covers.
There is. So I've just done it, Steve.
Yep.
I've just done it. Like
Smashed it out.
when I'm so unsure, like I could spend ages on this. I just literally, I don't research it. I don't look up anything. I just go the top 5 that come to my head,
Yep.
and then I put them in order.
Exactly.
And that's what I've done.
And if any of our listeners, this might be a good opportunity for them to hear. They might not have heard of these songs. They might have heard of the ones we've just rattled off either.
Yeah.
So, hopefully you pick up some new songs from this show. So, Cam, number 5.
Number 5 is our lovely listener Sarah said it.
Yep.
DMA's Believe.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was just stuck in my head
Yeah.
for ages when that song came out, and I was listening to it all the time. I just think they do a perfect.
Awesome.
I think it's better than the original, to be honest.
I agree.
Number 4, Marilyn Manson's "Sweet Dreams."
Mm-hmm.
That song gave me the chills as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I was a teenager.
Teenager, yep.
Yeah. I just think the way he does that, when he comes in with the screaming and just, and it's real creepy. And I remember
That was
in
awful,
it was like year 9 or 10, we did as a class, we did a movie.
Yep.
And it was called Sweet Dreams. And we had that as the theme at the start. It was like
You did a movie.
like a mini sort of horror movie for English, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like some people getting stabbed and stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Lovely.
It's basically Scream.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Yes.
Paul Dempsey's Wrecking Ball.
Oh.
I had to put it in there, Steve.
Yeah.
I reckon it might be one of your favourites, but I'm not sure. Cannot confirm nor deny.
You might
But
have
just
to wait.
Do you remember we were talking about it the other day?
Yep.
And on the way home, I listened to that over and over, and I just remember the power in his voice singing that freaking song.
Just belts it out.
Absolutely belting it
Yeah.
out. It's spot on. Like, I was wondering if Miley Cyrus ever heard that as well, because
Yeah.
I'm sure she would be very impressed. They should do a duet.
Ooh, good suggestion. You might have to do a duet.
If not, why not? What's your favourite colour? Pink might do it. I don't know. Number 2, John Farnham's version of Help.
Yes, I kind of thought this might make
You
it
knew
in
that
there.
would be in there. I've banged on about that a few times on this show.
Yep.
Listen to it. Great.
Happy 70th birthday to John Farnham
Yeah,
this
I
week
saw
as
that.
well.
He just turned 70.
Yeah,
Good on him.
Good on him.
Retirement age.
Yeah, you'd think.
few
but
years
no,
ago.
Yeah, but he's still going. That voice is still. Oh,
Yeah, he's got a great voice, doesn't he?
exactly. He's still playing
That's why they
shows.
Call him the voice.
Good idea.
Try and understand it. Number 1, Steve.
Yes, Cam.
Write this one down.
Yep.
One of my all-time favourite covers that I don't know. I just had to put it in there.
Yep. It's probably why it's number 1.
The Living End,
Yep.
Prisoner.
Oh, the theme from.
They do the Prisoner,
Prisoner
theme
theme.
song, and they do sort of like when they were still had a hint of rockabilly,
Yep.
and it's just an awesome cover. You used to give me roses, and when I first heard that, because it's on the Prisoner Society / Second Solution EP,
Yep.
I didn't know it was a cover. I just thought this song was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I just thought it was one of the B-sides, and then my mum's like, "No, that's a song from Prisoner, the TV show."
Yeah.
And then I researched it and saw it, and then I'm like, Living End do it a lot better.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. But Steve,
Yes.
what the hell is your top 5?
Well, first of all, thank you for giving us yours. That was very nice.
Yeah, I hope
Quite
you enjoyed
appreciate
it.
Yeah, thank you. I do have some honourable mentions. I'm just going to
I
belt
aim to
them out.
please, and when I'm pleased, I aim.
That's very good to hear. No, I've got some honourable mentions. I'm just going to rattle them off. There's a live version that Korn and Slipknot do of "Sabotage" by the Beastie Boys.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is very cool. Don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen it, but check it out. Foo Fighters cover of Wings' "Band on the Run."
Oh, Band on the Run.
It's heavier, but it's also it's really cool. So check that out. Disturbed do a lot of covers. They did Genesis's "Land of Confusion."
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, very good. Check it out. And this one, I first heard it the day that Chris Cornell passed away. Someone put a video up of his cover of "Nothing Compares to You" by
Oh.
Prince and Sinead
Oh,
O'Connor.
my God, I can't believe I forgot that.
Is just amazing. If you haven't heard,
That's my honourable mention.
I literally, because it was the day that he passed away, I literally welled up the first time I heard that.
Yeah, he does. He does that awesome. I freaking love
if
that.
you haven't heard it, press pause on this. We'll wait for you. Go have a listen. Come back. How good was that?
How awesome is it? I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, it's
Thanks
fantastic.
for pausing when we told you to.
Exactly.
too.
Number
Nothing
5.
compares to you.
Number 5. I didn't realise this was the cover originally, but it is "Killboy Powerhead" by The Offspring.
Oh, Killboy
Powerhead by The Digits. Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that was a cover.
Well, you do now.
We saw that live
We did.
late last year.
Exactly. Number 4, Paul Dempsey.
Oh,
Gets a mention. It's not Wrecking Ball.
oh, which song?
He does "Ashes to Ashes" by David Bowie.
Oh, I think I've heard that.
It's very good song originally, and then he does a fantastic job as well. Because "Ashes to Ashes," fun to funky.
That
we know
voice.
Major Tom's a junkie. Number 3, Grinspoon. "Snap Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck," originally by Prong.
Yeah,
Now, that
yeah.
was also, I'm not into the wrestling, but that was used as a wrestler's entry song, the Grinspoon version.
Oh,
With,
really?
Like fireworks and shit coming off.
Very
Snap
fitting.
Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a neck-snapping game. Number 2, Foo Fighters, cover of Jerry Rafferty's "Baker Street."
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah.
Very good, very good. I do love that.
I knew you would put a Fooey's in there. You'd have to.
Of course I did. And they do so many covers, and this is a good one. I found online there are a whole bunch of their covers, different covers they do. Fantastic. But number 1, I've mentioned on the show before, Aussie band. Got a sticker for the Aussie bands.
Of course.
Saw them recently as well, and they played this, and I jumped in the circle pit for it. "Hazy Shade of Winter" by
Oh,
Body Jar.
yes.
Originally Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
I just gotta love a punk cover, Cam.
Yeah, and seeing it live so recently as well. It's just in our hearts still.
Well, still, yeah,
You're
heart's
still
pounding.
sweating from that mosh pit too.
Very much so.
You know.
So that's our top 5 for this week. Thank you once again to everyone who wrote in. We do really love it when people write in and send us their top 5s. But our top 5 for next week, Cam.
Top 5 for next week, if you don't mind, get in early because you might miss out. Everyone's we've had to cut some out. You
Exactly.
know,
It might be you next week.
We wouldn't want to ruin what's been a good day.
That's true.
We don't want you to miss out. So top 5 for next week is, what is your favourite American album? Because it is Independence Day today. Mm-hmm. I am going to America in a few weeks.
You mentioned that once or twice.
Did I mention I'm going to America?
Only once or twice.
Yeah. So tell us your favourite American albums. There's a lot.
There's a lot. It's true. Yeah, so hit us up next week. Top 5 American albums. But Cam, it's time for everyone's favourite part. These guys will shut the fuck up and we can hear some new music.
Yeah!
Yeah, exactly.
We've got some good music this week.
Yes, we do.
As per usual.
Yeah, 8 tracks.
We've got a bit of a duet to start with, Stephen.
Very nice, Cam.
Like a bit of a duet, don't we?
Yep.
I'm talking Whispering Voices by Ash Grunwald and Casey Chambers.
Casey Chambers, Australian country legend.
Yep. Aussie singer-songwriter and killer guitarist Ash Grunwald is back with his first album in 5 years called Mojo. Just getting my mojo back, baby. Now that was cringeworthy. It's going to be released on August 30th through Bloodlines. I hope it's not in vain.
Oh, Christ's sake.
The first taste from the album is the new single Whispering Voices. Whispering Voices. Featuring Aussie country legend Casey Chambers. Now, Steve.
Yes, Cam.
This is a really cool song. Like their voices just complement each other.
Yeah.
Go well together.
That's complimentary.
It's just really cool bluesy vibes.
Yeah.
Got to check it out. But just before we go to the song, Steve,
Yes.
Ash is going to be playing the Melbourne Guitar Show in August.
Yep.
And he'll be playing 6 shows across the country this October with his Mojo Tour. For all the dates and to buy tickets, head to ashgrunwald.com. But this is Whispering Voices by Ash Grunwald featuring Casey Chambers.
Every tear that I've shed, there ain't no one but my old best friend, that whispering voice in my head.
Ain't no one who can ever want the dreams and plans hatched in my bed. Oh, there ain't no one but my old best friend, that whispering voice in my head.
That was Whispering Voices by Ash Grunwald and Casey Chambers. Fantastic song there.
Couldn't hear it, they were whispering, but
Fucking hell.
just joking.
This is your dad joke special episode, it seems.
Unintended too, like we were talking about it before, and
We
it's
were.
just now it's just got me going. I don't know.
We certainly have nothing to show for it. Now, our next track is by Melbourne indie rock band The Lazy Susans. They've released their new single, Mutual Memory, taken from the band's forthcoming debut album, Now That the Party's Over, which is out on August 2nd on Resist Records. Now, Mutual Memory is a song about acknowledging that someone's presence in your life is unhealthy. I know what they mean right now. It's about pain. It's also about hope, and that one day the pain will fade. Oh, you're not a pain. Just your jokes, and hopefully
painful.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they'll fade. Now I really like the song. I think the hook in the chorus is really cool, and the song builds up really nicely in the second half of the song. But let's check it out now. This is Mutual Memory by the Lazy Susans.
Everything I give you take, everything I give you break, and everything you say is fake. Everything I give you take it. I can't lean on you the way you lean on me, and I can't lean on you.
That was Mutual Memory by the Lazy Susans. Wonder if they went out for Chinese that night.
For crying out loud. Just give it a break.
Ah, mother. Which is the next song by the Vans. Wollongong Rockers, the Vans, have released their latest single called Mother, Mother. No, it's not that song.
You don't treat me no good no more.
As well as signing with Melbourne-based label 123 Music.
Ooh.
Wonder if any relation to ABC. 1, 2, 3, easy. The look you're giving me right now is like doing a podcast with my wife.
I feel sorry for what she has to put up with.
Sweet dispositions. These guys are developing a strong following, and their live shows are selling out around the country.
Yeah.
As well as support slots with the likes of Ocean Alley and Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Bottleman.
Now, I really like this film clip. It's kind of like the whole band playing in a house, and it swoops between each room, and they're just rocking out with their long hair.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to watch that?
Bald people. Just
What
remind
people?
us, bald people. What did you think I said?
Isn't it funny when people go bald,
Yeah.
the parts that go bald go really shiny?
What?
You know, where hair used to be, it's really shiny. So when a bit of light goes on that what used to be hair,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, look, I'm bald now in this spot, shiny. Here's Mother by the Vans.
That was Mother by the Vans. Wollongong Rockers there, Cam. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Now, this next track is by Green Buzzard. It's called I Don't Want to Be Alone, which is available now through IOU Records. Now, this is a Sydney-based project of singer and guitarist Paddy Harrowsmith, and Green Buzzard's first new music in almost 2 years. Now, I Don't Want to Be Alone is quite a laid-back song. He's dialed back the distortion for this one, but I still really like the catchiness of the chorus, and the guitar riff as well throughout the solo is pretty cool. So let's check it out now. I Don't Want to Be Alone, Green Buzzard.
It's always something with you. I wanna know, I don't wanna know. Breathing ain't that easy when you hang around, when you're not around. I wanna start it over, but I can't lose that part of me. 10 wishes on the wall, take a little, take some more. I believe we got the love. I don't wanna be alone. Shake another bloody star. Make a wish upon the wall. Lead a drive me always slow. I don't wanna be alone. 10 wishes on the wall. Take a little, take some more. I believe we got the love. I don't wanna be alone.
That was I Don't Want to Be Alone, because doing this podcast by myself would be kind of boring, I reckon.
Oh, for who?
For anyone involved. That was I Don't Want to Be Alone by Green Buzzard. Up next, we've got She's a God by Neck Deep, Steve.
Oh, neck deep.
Now, they're a Welsh pop punk band. I went to Wales not long ago. I love Wales. So
Christ's
I
sake.
kind of feel at home with them, you know?
Globetrotter.
It was one of my favourite places in the world I've
Wanker.
ever been to.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I sound like a big wanker, don't I? But I'm expressing my worldly experiences with
Yeah.
the world.
No, that's... Please keep going.
Such a wordsmith. They've released their new single,
Or
She's a God.
Worldsmith.
Worldsmith, yeah. This is the first new piece of music since the band's popular 2017 album, The Peace and the Panic.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Yeah.
They've been doing fucking heaps of tours. As a matter of fact,
Yes, Cam.
these guys are going to be supporting Blink-182 on their upcoming American tour, where they'll be playing Enema of the State in full.
Yes, Cam.
I'm going to go to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see the. I'm really excited.
I
to
don't
see.
know if the listeners can hear the smugness because I can definitely see it.
I'm not trying to be smug. I'm just really excited.
Yeah, and
How long have I been
appreciate
talking
your
about
excitedness.
going
You
to
have
see
been
Blink in California since?
for as long as I've known you.
Yeah, and I'm doing it.
And you're doing it.
I
That's
can't
great.
wait to be disappointed. But Neck Deep won't disappoint. They're just pop punk. I can't wait to see them live. I've never seen them live. This song's really cool, so check out She's a God by Neck Deep.
And everybody's like, oh wow, tell me now, how'd you get so spiritual? Did you go far east, see the temples and find yourself? Grow your hair out? And I'm like, hell nah, I've got a girl, she performs miracles. Are you cynical? 'Cause I'm her only believer, but she's nothing like Jesus. She's a god, she's a freak like Madonna. She's a god, carry me to Nirvana. She's a god, give me peace, give me diamonds. She's the one, swear to God, she's the one. She's a god, she's a god, and she walks amongst us on her way to work. I'm her chosen one, she's my deity, and she's saving me.
That was She's a God by Neck Deep.
I bet you were neck deep with those single chicks at the gig the other night.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely. I was like a spare prick at a wedding. Our next track, Cam, is Skinny Dipping by Stand Atlantic featuring Alex Lay. Now, we've interviewed both Stand Atlantic
yes.
and Alex Lay. So I like to consider them both friends of the show.
And what a great collaboration there too.
Oh, fantastic. And it does sound really good. Stand Atlantic released a new version of their single Skinny Dipping with additional vocals from fellow Australia singer-songwriter Alex Lay in celebration of Pride Month. Proceeds from the track will benefit the It Gets Better project, a non-for-profit organisation with a mission to uplift, empower and connect members of the LGBTQ community.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Good on him. I really like both Alex Lay and Stan Atlantic, so it's no surprise that I'm a fan of this collaboration. Bonnie Fraser's voice, Cam, it reminds me of a young Sarah McLeod from the Super Jesus.
Ah, yeah.
I just really get that
Yeah,
sort of Sarah McLeod.
I see it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so let's hear it now. This is Skinny Dipping by Stan Atlantic featuring Alex Lay.
Yeah, it was my mistake. I needed honest conversation, the kind I only make in my sleep. Fill my pocket mark with poison personality. Another stupid scar won't get me what I need. I know nothing about me. I know nothing about me. It's like skinny dipping in my jeans. You get wet, but you don't get clean. Quit pulling my ankles, I'm already too deep. It's like skinny dipping in my jeans.
That was Skinny Dipping by Stand Atlantic featuring Alex Lay. Up next, we've got In Violet by Grayscale.
Grayscale.
That kind of reminds me of the Castle Grayskull.
What
You
is
know,
that from? I never
like
watched it.
He-Man.
What is it? He-Man. I never
Yeah.
watched He-Man.
By the power of Grayskull. Yeah, fucking love that shit. Philadelphia rockers Grayscale have announced their new album Nella Vita, which will be released via Fearless Records on September 6th. The announcement is accompanied by the release of a new single from the record called In Violet.
In Violet.
Now, this song is a song that I would like to see live, Steve.
Yes.
If they come out here,
Yep.
we're going.
Up we're going.
Yep.
What if I got plans?
Well, you
What
can
do
go.
you got plans?
You can go to Skeletor's house, and I'll go to see Grayscale. This is In Violet by Grayscale.
I'm out of faith. Can you feel my rage? I've fallen far from grace. Come take me far away. They see with hate. All I know is love and pain. Drains the light from my face. Shine down, let me escape. So I'm sick of funeral black. So when I don't come back, I want you to celebrate, sing it loud. Bury me in violet. Smile for me when you set me free.
That was Inviolate by Greystar.
Snake Mountain. Snake Mountain. That's where you're going to go if you don't go see them.
Snake
That's
Mountain.
where Skeletor lived.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And next track is by Canadian rocker Silverstein, who
Ooh.
will celebrate 20 years together next year.
Far out.
Yeah, they've become the latest outfit to sign to Unified.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome. Hopefully we get an interview with them as well.
We'll see what we can do. Now, alongside the signing announcement comes a brand new single called Burn It Down, which features Caleb Shomo from Beartooth. We've featured them on our show before.
We certainly have,
we'll
Stephen.
Feature some Silverstein as well. Burn It Down is the first taste of fresh music from Silverstein since the band's 9th studio album, Dead Reflection, in 2017. Now, I really like this track, Cam. It's got a lot of power behind it, and you know how much I like power.
You do like power.
Just like a V8, or maybe even a V10 with this. Anyway,
I've seen these guys live a couple of times and they do have a lot of power at their live shows. I can tell you that right now.
oh, fantastic. Well, let's check it out now. This is Burn It Down by Silverstein.
I'm sick of being deceived with a blindfold on. Well, I'm looking for a savior. I try to stop the bleeding, but you cut so deep and I feel like a failure. My heart, my fortune red, and I know it's slipping away again. I saw the start of the end, and it whispered, let's burn it down, down. There's no way out. I can reach you like a matchbook speeding, and we can't slow down. 'Cause I need this now. In all my dreams, you're screaming, burn it down, 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 down. In all my dreams, you're screaming, burn it down, 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 down. In all my dreams, you're screaming. In all my dreams, you're screaming, burn it down.
That was Burn It Down by Silverstein. I've been Cameron Banfield.
Well, we're just going straight to the end, are we?
no, I just wanted to sound professional. How weird was that?
Why would we start sounding professional now?
I know.
Actually,
Well, Stephen, I thought it was a good time.
well, Cam, it is almost a good time. Our next episode's our 1 year anniversary. Can you believe it? I don't know why you're doing that.
Which reminds me of another dad joke. I bet I can sing.
Yeah.
If you give me a name,
Yeah.
I can sing a song with that name in it. Any name.
Okay. Mickey.
Mickey? All right. Happy birthday to... Get it?
Yeah, I get it. I was thinking you were going to do, oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Fuck, we got to
Either
end
way,
this.
both,
We've really
songs, both songs have claps in them.
I'm done. I'm done this week.
If you hit your knife on the bottom, you fucking have to kiss the nearest boy or girl.
Boy or girl, that's true. That's how I got fired from my last job. I was a little too enthusiastic with the cut caking.
Well,
The
was
cut
weird.
caking.
Cut cake.
The cake cutting. Far out. It's time to go.
The weird thing was there was no cake. It was just a knife in the bottom.
I was just cutting into a muffin, but anyway, that'll do. We're going to have to get
Must
a
have been
cake.
big.
We're going to have to get a cake soon for our first birthday.
Yeah,
so-
can we have ice cream?
Yeah, why not? What flavour?
Cool. That'd be fun because I'm lactose intolerant.
Why just anyway? That's it for this week. Thank you all. Now we've got a couple of big interviews coming up soon, so check them out on the Garage Rock podcast. And you can also hit us up Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to email us garagerockpodcast@gmail.com.
That's it. And don't forget your favourite top American albums.
Of course,
Please don't forget to tell us them.
yeah, hit us up.
And thank you so much for listening to this episode.
Absolutely, and tolerating it.
And I'm pretty sure I love each and every one of you more than life itself.
That's so powerful. It's
I've
so
been
beautiful.
Cameron.
I've been Steve.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Sexual.